everybody. Welcome to Tuesday stock market, crypto market open. Crypto mania is back. Stock market is looking primed for what is going to be Super Tuesday earnings. Did everyone enjoy Tesla earnings out there? I've got a look at that through the stream. We'll be talking about that and more. First, the intro. See you very soon. I just had you guys. Don't worry, I never know, or I always know when I'm muted nowadays. How is everyone out there today? Are you ready for Super Tuesday earnings? Microsoft, AMD. We'll be checking out the technical analysis on those two. Obviously, a lot of fire under those. I noticed ARK was purchasing Shopify into the earnings. Everything's heating up, guys. It is Super Earnings Week. It doesn't get bigger than this. We are witnessing one of the biggest sessions that I've ever seen, just in terms of just raw fundamental data. Whoa, whoa, whoa. AMD, Microsoft, Alphabet, Pinterest, Enphase Energy, Starbucks. You guys know I love coffee. I don't love Starbucks. Sorry. I'm from Melbourne. We're arrogant about coffee here. But the thing is that I still love profits. And of course, Starbucks is making lots of them right now, with many unfortunate businesses going out. And of course, Starbucks filling the hole. Then we've got Hasbro. That actually just would have come out, or it's pre-market anyway. We've got Apple, Facebook. You guys know that I've been going on and on and on about how crazy this week is. Crypto mania is back. We just saw BTC before the stream go through 55,000. We'll be covering it all very soon. Guys, Tesla yesterday on the earnings. What do you guys feel about that? Did you feel that Tesla was good or bad? Let me know in the comments right now. Good or bad? Harry, are you out there? What are your thoughts about Tesla at this stage? Here's what, of course, some analysts are saying. I gave you my opinions today. I thought that it was like pretty much in line. Let's call it around the same. Of course, the big story is that they sold their 10% holding of BTC. So as in they sold 10% of it. They made about $100 million. They put that in the balance sheet. And now there's a big fight or a discussion about whether that was one way or the other way. I think you probably guess how I feel about it. I feel like it was, a little bit of profit to be made to put on the books. But a lot of people are saying, oh no, it's proof of liquidity in the market, whatever else. Look, I don't expect them to be selling a lot of BTC in the future, but it is interesting they did sell some of it. And I think it kind of like all weighed around together very well. I also noticed that in the report, they're kind of giving less guidance in terms of how much they're going to make. It's more generalized guidance. That's an important step for a company to do. It adds that element of surprise. Tesla's always been known for everyone getting hyped into an event and then the stock market kicking its ass the next day after earnings. That's been what we've really been used to now for a couple of years. What's currently going to go on now is it's that Apple adage. It's like kind of when I worked at Apple a long, long time ago, the way it works is they want to under promise and over deliver. That was pretty much their mantra across the board. And I feel like that's what they're doing here. Let's see what the community thinks though. Firstly, Thomas Donegan, I see silver squeeze May 1st. Yes, that's a movement that is occurring on the internet right now. We see the power of GME. Very soon we'll be talking about this. Tesla is fine. Wall Street is stupid, according to J Rock. Then we've got for long term, really good, coming in from Christopher Barros. So Shell says good, didn't seem to address logistical problems and didn't overstate future guidance. I think so. I don't think it overstated future guidance. I agree with you totally there. Elon's a mixed dude, says Sherlock Holmes. Well, if Sherlock would know anything, I mean, obviously Sherlock's been doing a lot of investigation into it. Wasn't the Tesla selling to prove liquidity, and how can you blame them? Man's got to take profits. Look, I think we could probably go on about it all day, but the way that I see it is that realistically, it was an okay earnings. We'll have a look at the stock price in just a few moments. I haven't looked at it, so I'd like to look at it with the community very, very shortly. But there's a few things I want to go through. Firstly, GameStop, of course, did the 551 million stock offering. The market is, or at least the stock is going up now. We see that hysteria re-entering since AMC broke past 10. It's amazing how that one candle, when AMC closed above $10, led to AMC getting close to a $12 price yesterday. It was like $11.98 and then it sold off. We'll be taking a look at AMC and GME because you know what? They're interesting again. They were boring. I didn't care. But I like it when things get a little bit more exciting, and they definitely did get a little bit more exciting. What else is going on? These articles. What do you guys think about these articles? Don't bail on stocks now, says World's Top. This is all very legitimate, fund manager. Now, I kind of feel like people take it in turns to say these types of things, and then each one of them goes, okay, I was wrong 3 times, so now you have to be wrong, and then we'll do the opposite, but you have to be the one that goes and does it this time. It's in Australia, I feel like it's done that as well with banks. Banks usually took it in turns of, we'll pass on the interest rate first and look good, and then next time a rate cut happens, you're the one that gets to pass on the rate first. I swear, anyone in Australia, does that happen? It does. It so does. So here we have the discussion about how we should always be long in the markets and everything's glorious and it's all good. And I'm not going to read that, but I do find it interesting. This is suddenly the discussion. We went from we're in a bubble to now we can't bail from the market. It's all good. Everything's all green, all good. And of course, this week it does look to be that way, but we've talked about some of the things that we're watching in the markets. As always, let's go around kind of, I guess, everything. Talk from the top down. We'll start off with crypto as we usually do. Then we'll go into the stock market. Then we'll go into everything else. Of course, if you're super chatting, joining as a membership, anything like that, do it whenever, and we'll try to bring it in together with what we're covering. 55,000 on BTC, guys. The most important zone for us to be at. Why is it such an important area? Well, because we have a 20 and a 50 exponential moving average there. And we've also got 2 moving averages, literally just like they're sitting there plus psychological zone. They are just smack bang going to act as some form of resistance. Incredibly strong return here from Bitcoin. It is amazing how well it's come through. Now, if we get a strong daily above this zone, above this 55, kind of 56 area, then we'll be talking in the 60K category. And this is how fast I expect Bitcoin to come back. I don't want the market to be slow. The market should be fast in recovery to show the bullish intentions are still there. Just like over here on the left-hand side, relatively quick. Over here on the right-hand side, we want relatively quick market. There's certain other coins that have done really well. Cardano won. Cardano has done amazingly in the last couple of hours, and we'll talk about that soon. What are my thoughts on a few of these? Well, we'll see soon. I see a whole bunch of people here say GME to the moon. GameStop woot, MVIS, of course, we'll talk about it. Bitcoin pump and dump shouldn't be the core of your profits when everything else loses, says Dart. Oh, Sid, you hate Tesla, man. I know you do, but that's all right. We all have opinions about these things. I was shook when I read that Tesla didn't produce any Model X's and S's in Q1 and sold around 2K of Model X and S. Exactly. They didn't make anything. They didn't do anything there. You're exactly correct. They were refreshing the models. Let's just quickly go to the pre-screener. I want to click this and see what's up today. We've got UPS. We've got FedEx doing really well. NXP Semiconductors. Twilio. Let me make sure this is refreshed. Okay. There we go. Twilio, 1.27%. Union Pacific. Okay. Chipotle, Coinbase. going up with Bitcoin. I mean, it's literally a Bitcoin play at this stage, kind of like Mara, kind of like Riot, everything else. And yeah, I mean, nice greens here. Teladoc's up. Teladoc and Square. We were on that one yesterday. Oh, I was so happy with Square. I was just happy because it was 0.2% in the pre-market and then it ended up about 4 and a bit percent. I was like, oh, yes. I know you guys were happier with your MVIS, but, well, I'm glad for you. Cadence, Lily, Tesla. Lily's a bit sad to see it down there, but Tesla down 2%. We'll talk about the 720. Of course, 720 being heavy support here. 3M earnings would be out. I assume that's why it's down 1.42%. So it must be around in line with expectations. SEA only down 0.4. So it looks very green here in the market coming into the pre. Let's go over and have a look at the crazy speculation. And I know GameStop's going to be leading 185. So we expect a $200, of course, resistance here today and a closure above $200 to be phenomenal price action on GameStop if it can occur. Then we've got AMC trading at $11.79. $12 is going to be the barrier for that today. It's pretty clear that you get past that level, you start talking about actually more than $13. You start talking about $14 vicinity again. They're starting to really heat up and get exciting for those zones. Now, what has me excited about this is not just what's happening on GME, not just what's happening on GameStop. On AMC. It's the fact that we've also got this movement towards the silver squeeze. So how's silver doing today? It's only 26.22. So it's only sitting around, hovering around. Now, supposedly on May 1st, 3rd, and every other one. You can check this out on, I think it's like Wall Street Silver Bets or Silver Bets Reddit or something like that. And there's all this idea that there's going to be a whole bunch of media that comes out and a whole bunch of spam. And look, in general, we know that when the market was going wild last time, it really created a frenzy. Can they do it again? I guess the GameStop situation and the AMC situation says they can do it a little bit. So the power of the people certainly has been able to do it a little bit. Yeah, we'll check that out throughout the session. We have here a massive super chat. Wow, 2 minutes ago. Z0 Ina ZZ super chatted $50 US. That's like a lot of Australian dollars. Thank you so much, man. Let's get some claps in the crowd here for Z0. And he says, I'd love to talk about this Microvision 47 yesterday, 35 the day before, and the day before that, how about 26? 119% for this week, MVIS. Yes, you would be happy. No wonder you donated me $50. You probably made an absolute bonanza on this, and congratulations to you, sir. Yeah, well, okay. So yesterday, this thing went ballistic. And we talked about the resistance at 24. It didn't care about that. But we also talked about the other scenario. And the other scenario was to go through this level. So firstly, again, thank you so much for that massive super chat, man. That's very generous of you. And this actually was our target. The thing is, it did it in a day. So how do I feel about it? I mean, pre-market, it's flat as a tack. This was what we expected based on this base formation. So we were basically taking the distance from the peaks to the troughs here. We were saying, okay, we had multiple resistances across the board. 1, 2, 3. This was the take, and this was the level. We saw the volume get massively huge. We know that this thing is susceptible to these pumpy-dumpy kind of concepts, or it's done it before. It's a $4.176 billion company. So how do I position myself in this concept? Well, usually I would always be like scaling. So I would have a plan, and that plan would be I would scale out at certain portions because I don't know where it stops. Neither do you, neither does anybody. But does it make sense that it goes to the level where it did yesterday? Absolutely. Absolutely. This 28, just before $28 was the zone we were talking about yesterday. We were talking about this 24 and then the 28 after that level. So it's done both of those. Let's see how it interacted with those prices because that's going to be an important level. So notice the 24 here was interacted with two resistances. So it actually found a resistance there, got a close and quickly sneaked up to that next zone. I mean, it clearly was acting technically. So I would expect weakness here because I know everyone's talking about it. I know everyone's talking about MVIS, MVIS this, MVIS that. When everyone talks about something and you've already reached a technical level, you've got to think you're getting very close to the end here. Multiple crazy days, as you've mentioned. I'm very glad for your success and many people out there. But what do you guys think about this 28? Do you think MVIS to the moon and it keeps going? We've got to put in perspective market capitalization. We're talking about a $4.176 billion company. It's not that easy to push these like a $200 million company. Is there enough catalysts out there to continue pushing it? I'll actually let the community post in some comments now and we'll answer some of them because, yeah, well, firstly, a generous donation, but I think a lot of people will be interested in this. So what are your thoughts on MVIS, people? Chat, tell me now what your thoughts are, and we'll read some of them out and see if anyone can bring up some big brain concepts that we can talk about on the stream today. But I like where it went to. I think both levels made tons of sense, and I really do feel like that movement here. Look, I'm a technical analyst. To me, it just makes sense, dude. Could it get 30? Could it get higher? Sure. But I've said this a few times. There's this smart guy, and he mined Bitcoin back with me in the day. And what he did was he actually did something way smarter. Well, firstly, he mined about 2,500 Bitcoins. So number one, he was way more big brain than me. I was just sitting there thinking, they cost me $10 to make and I can sell them for 15 bucks. I'm a genius. That's what I thought. But this guy, he had 2,500 Bitcoins. And do you think he was selling them? He said, hell no, I don't sell them. But what did he do? He sold about 1,000 of them at about 1K when they first hit it. Because remember, Bitcoin's had a couple of runs on it. And then he said, I'm going to keep the rest. I'm going to keep the rest. Then he sold another component of them. I don't know because I lost touch with him at this point. He's probably sipping pina coladas in the Guatemalans or I don't know, some like Cayman Islands or something like that. But yeah, he's feeling good about the world, I'm sure. But look, he did 1K or 1,000 and I know he sold a portion in 17. And he said, I'm going to hold the final portion and I'm going to, like he was staking it, I guess. And I'm going to hold the final portion and I'm going to hold on to that because I've already made a lot of money and I'm hodling. I'm going deep in the hodl. And that was his plan from the start. And guess what? It's correct. Smart person. Big brain back then in 2012. And he stuck to his plan. It didn't matter what anyone said to him. He said, no, I will follow my system because I've made the decision. So I like that a lot. We've got another donation here just coming in from Benevolent One, super chat at $5. Let me see if I can actually get the question here because there's no question. It might just be a very nice donation. Benevolent One coming through. This is the coffee. This is the coffee. Thank you very much, Benevolent. Of course, I was talking to you on Discord before. So thank you so much. Appreciate it, sir. And I will take a coffee with that. Let's now quickly read Matthew Ash. $15 claps in the... God, you guys are bringing it today. $15 XPO. We'll check that out in just a few moments there, Matthew. Thank you. Claps for Matthew in the chat. Another very generous US $15 donation. Let's see what people thought about MVIS. It's hit 29 pre-market, said somebody about MVIS, but it needs to hold it. SW says MVIS is a sell. Okay. It's a sell, he says. MVIS to $38 after pullback. J-Rock says. Okay, so you're expecting pullback. If we think pullback, we think down to here, of course. So back down to this point. This is where you want it to find support. So obviously the previous peak over here, which for anyone that doesn't know what it is, about $24. You would expect pullback to 24 and then further movement up. You can see here it's starting to struggle a little bit in today's session. Hit 29, already hit 31 pre-market. Okay, I didn't see it that early pre, so it was going mental. Is that right, guys? Really, like I didn't load it up on the early pre here today. So if it hit 31 in the pre, yeah, that's too much. That's too much. 5 minute 50 on MVIS is 24.04. So that's going down to the smaller time frames. If we go 5 minutes, let's have a look at the 5 minute 50. Yes. Yes, you're correct. This is from Kevin N. So Kevin N is practicing what we preach kind of concept here on the channel. And he's saying he's seen the 50 moving average hold it once. He's seen the 50 moving average hold it twice. So that's a 1-2 combo punch meal deal. And that's on the moving averages. And then, of course, 24 resistance. That is also a 50 moving average. So let's say it's sold off really aggressively here into the market open. What's going to maybe catch at the 50 moving average? I like the way you're thinking, Kevin. Obviously, 5 minutes is not the best time frame in the world. People like me, I don't go down the 5 minutes too much anymore. I'm a bit too old and been doing this for too long to get in the 5 minute action. But yeah, you're right. This is the correct analysis. You've got the previous resistance there. You've got the previous resistance before, and it makes sense. So that's good. Nice. You can see the pre-market now, 5.26%. So a little bit of selling going off there. Gerard says, hi, Tom. Well, I liked your last name, Bulla. When I was in Fiji, I think Bulla means hello or something. I used it so badly, I remember. Oh, it was bad. My partner, my wife now, she was laughing at me all the time about the way I said Bulla. Supposedly I didn't leave it like hello or whatever it was. I was just like Bulla. It was crazy. Matthew Ash, we'll do yours in just a second, but let's just quickly go back to the crypto market because I want to talk about some of this and then go through it. MVIS, it looks like plenty of this stuff makes sense. The pullback makes sense. The crazy pre-market, some people saying $31 here. Insane. Very hard for it to hold that since it's in uncharted territory. I would expect selling, and where we are seeing some come through, but that doesn't mean that level won't find some buying pressure, and we saw why. 5 minute 50 could be some action there. Let's go over to Bitcoin because I want to talk about Bitcoin. Firstly, 55,000 did act as resistance. We know it does because 55,000 always, it's a round number. It's always going to have some resistance there. I was watching the lines before the stream, and what I noticed was that 55,000 people were moving all their Bitcoins away from it. So they were moving all their sneaky Bitcoins away. Over here, you can see it. And it was down to like 40 Bitcoins, I think I mentioned, and it was just going to crank. I'll get past that level. You can now see that 56.5 is the next zone where there's really a consistent amount of 1,000. And you can also see that there's not that much heavy buying before 52.5, 53K. So there's not that much. Now the zone's kind of in between these two areas. So when we go back over to the BTC chart and we think about the resistance and the support, where's our resistance? Well, we've got strong resistance somewhere around this 57, but I don't think that matters. I think what matters here is that we get a daily close above the 20 and the 50. That's all I care about. Daily close above the 20 and the 50. Once that happens, I think we're confirming that we have bullish intentions here. Crypto mania could be back in the markets, and it certainly looks so when we look at some of the other ones going right now. And then we can move to 60,000, which we know is going to be a resistance, and then we can move to 65. I've said it a few times. I don't feel like we're at the end of this cycle just yet. I think we're still in the middle, but people are saying, well, Tom, it can't be the same as last time. I agree. I think the cycle's sped up, guys. Okay? There's a clear, you have to think big brain. We have to think big brain as a community. Now, do you guys agree with me? Is this cycle faster than last time? Is it faster? Is it more aggressive in some ways, considering what we've seen in Doge? And will it crash before what everyone else is saying? I've heard from a few people that watch more YouTube than I do, because I don't watch any YouTube really, other than my random other hobbies. But when I've heard from a few people, they've spoken to me and they've said, Tom, everyone says December, January, of course, because that is the most common thought process. But I think it's faster. And we're talking about this today in Discord. I was having a discussion with someone, and I said, look, there's no way that it happens the same way, because no two things are exactly alike. You have to learn the concepts from each one. So yeah, it's really, really interesting to check that out. Let's now move over to Ethereum. Of course, Ethereum breaking to a new high as we speak. Actually, beautiful daily close yesterday. New high daily close. Remember, close is key. I don't care about this wick. Don't erase the wick. Get out of here. We drew it away. It's gone. So now that we've seen the bullish close, we saw that series of higher lows coming through. It's a very bullish thing. And of course, Ethereum, we've upgraded. We've gone to the 3,000 kind of concept here. Market capitalization is going to go over 300 billion. It's pretty impressive stuff. Now, what comes with that? We've talked about this a while. Cardano, Polkadot, and Uniswap and Chainlink. They all come. They all get the rising tide. And Cardano's time is coming right now. You can see the strength in this candle. Now, we had a little bit of resistance around the 128. We've been sitting here on 122. I didn't even take this line away. We've had this line. How long we had 122 on the line for? God, March. We haven't even changed it for a month. We've just been sitting there looking at it. And the reason why is because we were looking at closes each way. So Cardano got above the 20 yesterday. That was the key point. Cardano gets above 20. All these nasty moving averages that have been holding it down, stopping Cardano from its glorious peak retrieval. That was stopped. Now we've hit this little random resistance of 133. That was our previous kind of problem. You can see why. Lots and lots of weird wicks coming over here. Strange wick here, strange wick here, strange wick here. We're there right now. Now, if Cardano blinks past this, 147 plus, because we have to raise the market capitalization. We have to get closer to the next level. I saw your donation coming in there, Harry. I'll just say Harry's donation quickly. I'll get to everybody else. Don't worry. Harry Chu, US $10. The resident Tesla bull may be giving you some words of wisdom in the chat today. It seems like he says, remember. Oh, he deleted it, but it says, bye, Tesla. What is going on here? Let me click on this button. How come I can't click on the button? Anyway, Harry, great to have you here. Bye, Tesla. I think that's your first donation, and I appreciate it a lot. Thank you for Harry. Everyone knows Harry in the rooms. So ADA, yes, 133 resistance. Get past that level. We go back to the 147s and probably all-time peaks, because you know what? This coin, it's a serious deal. We all know it's a serious deal. And you look at it on the bigger time frames and look at these rejections coming in through. We're close to the end of April, and this monthly's going bullish. New all-time bullish peak could be had. Look at this, 130. Look at it. Oh, it's exciting. It's exciting. You can probably tell in my voice I'm excited for this stuff. DOT's been boring because all the money's gone to the Uniswaps. We'll talk about Uniswaps soon. 36 remains the arch nemesis of DOT. You can see here the moving averages on the daily. We've got a 20 and a 50, $36, and bang. Right there, resistance 36. Once we close past that, expect DOT to heat up. 36 is the arch nemesis of DOT. There's no question in my mind. That is a big problem. Big problem. Then we've got Link. Link's really, really nice. Really great breakthrough there. Perfect test. Oh, perfect move, really. So double bottom, fully in play. This is why the crypto market's recovering, because it all looks very similar, but it's all playing the right technical game. Yesterday, Link just chilling underneath, coiling underneath the resistance. The perfect technical setup. Again, a beautiful one that you would take pictures of, put it on your wall. Maybe I should take some pictures of the technical analysis, chuck it on the wall behind us so we can see some great setups. I am thinking of changing some stuff behind for more the viewer pleasure, and we'll get there. This is predicting, of course, $40.60 here. And look, again, a very strong chart. Things look really, really great here on Link. We'll go over to XRP. XRP on resistance. This looks a little bit more boring. It has to break through resistance. It had a glorious run on it. And I still expect there's always that rotation. So money generally comes into something and jumps into another coin. So XRP moved so quickly back up to the 144 resistance. Same type of base formation. Look, closure. This is the candle you want. The pullback, we talked about it on the channel. The closure, the pullback, the beautiful move. Why does it stop here? Why the hell wouldn't it stop here? We've got support. We've got resistance. We've got resistance. It's going to stop here. It's going to have a little breather, figure out what it wants to do, and then move on to the next level. Now, the next level is exciting because the next level is $1.60. Then after $1.60, the next level is serious. It's back up near that $2 area. That's a good one. Doge, I know you guys love Doge, but look, it's doing a thing. It's doing a thing. Probably a little bit boring for now. It has to break that level. And then we have Uniswap, a very strong coin, new all-time peaks reached. We expect this into the big announcement that's coming out. Follow the news announcements before they come. I've noticed that whales tend to buy into positions around 2 to 3 weeks before the big news, and they start to accumulate. You can usually see it in volume, etc., etc., etc. So it's all good. Let's go back over here to the donations. Matthew Ash, $15 XPO. XPO Logistics. I was reading a couple of these chats. Harry says 75% year-on-year profit growth for Tesla. Off the charts fundamentals. Thanks, Harry. Thank you. And so Tesla made all of their profits from anything but making cars, says Kevin. No. They did all right. So this is XPO. This is a donation coming in from Matthew Ash. And what did we see? Weekly. Transportation logistics up 0.76 in the pre. Nice breakout, dude. I think we've covered this one before, possibly for you. So we covered the breakout, I believe. Take the distance of the breakout. Or do we take it from the bottom? Let's have a look here at the daily. I guess. Oh, it's tough. Do we take that 143 and say that's where it's at? I want this thing to hold, and so do you right now. Like, you do not want this under here, because what's that doing? It's creating a really small double top. And I'm not saying that's the end of the stock or anything, but it could come back down, back into these levels. Because what's this double top? This double top's this range, and then that will proof right into this previous resistance acting as support. So firstly, you want 133.50. You want this to hold. You do not want it to close underneath here. I think you've got to be prepared that if a closure occurs underneath this zone, it's going to gravitate lower. Unfortunately, Matthew, I do believe that is what's going to happen. Good news is pre-market's up 0.76, and you break through here. I think the promised land will come, which is all the way up on this zone. See how it proves very close to what our take was. So around that 145, I still think is the ultimate goal here. Most things look bullish on this chart. 4 hour looks okay. It just has to hold this zone. 20 moving average still holding just for now. Bullish pressure must be found today would be my answer on this one, Matthew. Good luck. XPO, very interesting on the charts. But yeah, the closure has occurred and it's moving to the next level. Do we have any monthly information? I think it's in all-time highs. Yeah. Even if you took this original kind of massive, let's call that a massive bottom, which I won't, but let's just call it that. Yeah, that's predicting way too much. Let's take it from body to body. So we'll take it from body here to body here instead. And that's kind of getting very close. So I don't mind the stock, but I'd be just treating it like that. Everything looks bullish. 145 just underneath is the eventual goal. Good luck on that one. David Riley coming in with $5. $40 call on PCT. Strike date June 18. What are your thoughts? Pure Cycle Technologies. Hopefully this is the correct one. Got a $40 call on this? Damn. You must be looking at some serious profit if it comes in. Obviously very far away from current price. When have you got it? You've got it for June 18. Ooh. Let's see if you've priced this call correctly. I'm going to put the test on you, David. We're going to put the test on you right now. David? Doesn't matter because, of course, if you're going closer to the 40, it's going to get worth more. It doesn't, like the thing with options, people always think, oh, I have to be in the money. You don't have to be in anything. Why do you have to be in the money? Why? Don't be a pleb. We want to be big brain here on the channel as much as possible. You don't have to buy a call anywhere near the money if you're using technical analysis. Because what are you predicting? What is this, guys? Tell me what this is. Tell me what this is. I've drawn it for you basically. What type of pattern is this if it gets through this 29 level? Tell me right now and I'll read some chat while we get into it. Dude, Doge, bro, says Apple Prabha. We'll have a look at Doge. No worries. One of my hobbies, Nathmate says, I like fishing. I like trading. And I like looking at this stuff. And I'll look, computer games and stuff, man. It's lots of things. I actually have a lot of crazy hobbies. I like watches. I like a lot of things, dude. Collecting. All sorts of stuff. Used to like surfing a long time ago, but, I hit the city and there's no beaches. no beaches that are worthwhile surfing at, that's for sure. Crypto is an overextended bull trap, says Conscious. I'm not sure about that. It's overextended, sure. It's in a cycle, but bull trap will eventuate. Like usually you'll see an end of a cycle or an end of market movement with peak euphoria. So this is the George W, says Conscious. Ray Dripper says double bottom, George W. I love that. George W, that's funny. Yeah, so it is a double bottom. Most of you guys got that correct. And it's good. We've got basically a support here. We've got a resistance around that 29.50. Once we get a closure daily above here, the double bottom's in play. It also proofs pretty close to the 36. So if you're sitting with a $40 option, can it come in is the question. Yeah, look, it can come in. It could continue on. It could come back, test this high. But another way of looking at it is you might have time left on the option and you're at 36. So suddenly the market deems $40 way more possible. So possibly your $40 call there is worth 50 times. I don't know what it's going to be worth. Could be 10 times, could be 15 times, could be whatever. Because at this point, if you're making a call that it's going here in June, people go, that's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. And they don't believe it. So you get very cheap price. And then when it gets to this point, you get really great price because it becomes more likely to occur. And you're predicting here something, all of this stuff kind of playing out. But I do think 36 is a possibility. You've just got to get closure above here to feel better about it. And then it proofs right into that zone. So good luck. But yeah, $40, I like it. Hopefully you got cheap. Eka Aurora, super chat is Singapore, $2. TA on TECK, mate. Resource company, okay? It'll be this one, TECK. Looks really good. About to break new resistance. We've got this 2280-ish zone or 75 that we need to contend with. 2260 in the pre. Look, this looks solid. I mean, it's got like very similar to all those other material sectors that I was talking about yesterday. We've got a pullback that happened into March. And I'm very bullish on materials and minerals into the end of the year. So I think this is pretty nice. I think it's certainly quite a strong kind of like little setup here. And you've got very good resistance coming across the board. 23. And then once it gets through this zone, then you can move to the next area, which is going to be somewhere around here. But don't take your eyes off the prize here on this 2580 zone, because I do think that's the next stop. And eventually you hope to meet back with these highs. Let's have a look at the monthly here. What did this thing reach during 2011? See, it went crazy. Look at that. Now, I'm sure it's not the company it once was, and it probably has bad earnings, bad cash flow and stuff. But it just shows you what happened in the last super cycle. See how it's very similar? See how it's very similar? Oh, wait. I'm going to show you the similarities. This chart will actually show it to us. March into... Wait, what's this? January, March into April, fall, into June, recovery, into December, January, it's over. Get the hell out. We don't ever want to see materials and minerals again. Where are we right now? Well, we were in March, we're in April now, and the market may be sped up here. If the market again goes into the cycle we've been talking about, which is this, if again we have that drop off, then it's all playing the same game. So look, be prepared that it might pull back if the market pulls back, but I still think there's that strong play into the end of the year. These type of cycles are much more likely to occur. So yeah, it's a really, really nice one there. TA on TEC. That's the TECK. That's the way I feel about it. Harry, of course, coming in with that $10 donation. Thank you so much, Harry, saying bye Tesla. And Benevolent One super chat $5. MIOTA outlook for the next couple of weeks. So that is this one here, MIOTA. I'm getting caught up. MIOTA, $6 billion. What is this? I don't know if I wanted to use that. Is MIOTA... I'm not sure which one you mean. Let me have a look here. What's the crypto coin name? It's IOTA, yeah, from back in the day. God, I haven't looked at this in ages. I hate this thing. Okay, I remember when Microsoft did a deal with these guys, IOTA. So IOTA looking strong. Like a lot of these coins, they've come back pretty well. I haven't actually been looking at this at all during the cycle. I guess that's a bit of a mistake by me because it went from 40 cents up, but there's other coins that have done this as well. And look, it was a late cycle run, and it's had some good runs in it before. This is not the chart I want. I want a better longer term chart. Let me see if I can get it up here. Nope. I'm not sure which one of these is going to give me the full history. There we go. So this is where it got to back in 17. It had that really large second spike in it. It had that spike in September when it came out. Then it had a monster spike in 17 all the way up. And then it's hit 270 after that in 18 spike. And it hit 270 again here. So this is why I wanted this long-term chart, because most of these old coins, they're respecting the previous resistance. So here we've got respecting of the 270. Now, I'm not huge on the project or anything. I haven't been following it, as you could see with my coding there. But realistically, yes, if it breaks through the 275, which it could do if the whole market starts lifting again and we see BTC make a new high, it could go on a mega tear. Now, there is a lot more coins out there, I'm sure, but $5 and somewhere around this $4, you're going to be one to watch. So I think there's a lot of market cap that it can still do. We'll check out the market cap in a few moments. Daily generally has been following, or was following, a very strict trend line. See that? Beautiful trend line. I noticed that when I was checking out the chart before. Really, really, really nice how it held all those zones all the way through those lows. It's done exactly what you want it to do recently, which has been a double bottom followed by a beautiful closure out and then a movement up, stronger than some of the other coins in this recovery. There's a little bit of resistance here, but things are looking relatively good. You require the rest of the crypto market to come with it. So you require the rest of the market to come with it, and then you'll be all right. 276-ish zone around this 266 is still going to be a problem for you, but when you get through it, it should be good. Even all of these lower highs have been broken through. So see how the market starts consolidating around there? All that point is being fixed right now. All that point is being fixed right now. It's really looking much bullish, more bullish. So looks good. Look for upcoming announcements to hype, of course, the coin, and as usual, follow that kind of concept. Dustin Cornett, $2. Mark Cuban, Alan DeGeneres, Doge today. Lol. What? What do you mean? What, Alan DeGeneres is talking about Doge? Really? I thought no one likes Alan DeGeneres anymore. She got crapped on, didn't she, during that whole crypto, not crypto, the whole COVID stuff. Look, if Doge, it's as simple as this. Get above, let's go to an 8 hour, because 8 hours are the best. Get a damn closure above 28, okay? Get a closure above 28 Doge, then we can move up again. I don't want this coin to move, even though you guys want this coin to move. If this coin goes ballistic again, it's going to kill the crypto market. No. You can have like little gains. You can have like 5% a day, okay? I'll give Doge 5% a day, but I don't want to give it 100% in a week, okay? And no 100% of the week, because when that happens, it really does cause a lot of suffering on the crypto market. So ideally, kind of sits around 28 and hovers for a little bit, has a little bit of a rest. Doge's done well. Then when it gets through this level, though, I do expect some bullish pressure, because look, there's no closes on our significant 8-hour chart. Silver Liner's playing with me, says corn ETF is going to the moon. You guys know I hate corn. Doge moving 5% is not crazy. That's dull coin, says Gareth. Well, it can be dull coin. It can go to dull coin for a little while. Stephen Figuera says $3.99. Harry, screw Tesla, man. You want to make dollars? Buy VE Chain. VE Chain. Yeah, this crypto, one of my mates, he loves this so much. He loves this so much, guys. VE Chain is like, I would call it like his baby almost. He I think he loves it just because it made him lots of money. But you know, he believes. He believes. Great thing about this is, of course, if you're watching right now, because I know you're watching out there, yeah, I'm sure you're happy with this. So look, great 4-hour close, guys. The 4-hour closed above, double bottom is in. You know what that means. It's going to come back. It's probably going to retest from the top down, and then we should see buying pressure around this yellow line here. Now, what is VE Chain's kind of target? Well, you take this distance, and we want to make sure we can market proof it. Well, it market proofs really, really nicely. So this is great. This is great. I love these kind of things. You get market proof, you get double bottom, you get a coin that's, you know, pretty crazy, and people love it a lot. And there's a lot of supporters for this. At least it doesn't cost $55 to trade, to move around like my BTC did the other day, which really annoyed me. So I hate moving BTC. I hate it. I hate moving BTC, and I hate moving ETH right now. It's just frustrating to think I'm using a cryptocurrency that's costing me 50 Australian dollars to move it. That sucks. I don't know if that annoys anyone else, but it certainly annoys me. Matthew Tainch, $5. Check out gold on the 1-minute chart. Army of Wicks. Let me load gold. It's bullish anyway. Look, closed above. What were we telling you? 4-hour 50 moving average, 4-hour 20 moving average. Little bullish close above. That looks really great for gold. Let's have a look at the Army of Wicks. Yep, the Army of Wicks. Yeah, that looks hideous, doesn't it? That to me kind of makes me think this is a terrible feed. Got any other feeds for gold? There we go. That feed was crap. What was going on there? That's a bad looking liquidity. Let's go the 4-hour here. Okay. So, yeah, we've got the 50 moving average, a 20 moving average getting taken out with the closure buy. We know that we're getting very close here with some winding on gold for further bullish pressure. So I expect gold to really try to test that 1790 today and test the 1800 zone. Hopefully it can do it. This is a good closure above here. I mean, from a technical perspective, that's the level that it should go to. What do you guys think? It's pretty good. Triple T Rocks says VE Chain $5. Harry Chu says, what business spends 600 million in R&D a quarter and can show a huge quarterly profit? Oh man, I love it, Harry. It's good. Dull coin. Yeah, dull coin for Doge at this state. Alan Degenerate says Silver Liner. Thad says, yeah, Cuban is going to be on her show talking about Dallas Mavericks and selling products for Dogecoin. Oh my God. I'm glad I'm not going to watch that. I am not going to watch that. No. 1783 strong play for gold. It looks really, really nice. So Matthew, I think it's the data, man. Because that data doesn't look like a wick fest. I think it's the data. Go check that out. Messiah Dragan. Cool. Ron $10. US 10-year under 1.5. Dollar under 91. The next 2 months, S&P 500, 4,700. That's right. That is what Messiah has said, the next 2 months, SPX 4,700. Holy moly. That's some crazy calls there. I like your optimism. I don't know if I'm on board with the 4,700 in 2 months. That would, if it happens, cool, because I'm long in the market. So that's cool. It's cool. Maybe some hedges might get busted up for me, but that's all right. Yeah, I don't know about 4,700, but I like the optimism. Look, S&P 500, nothing has changed from yesterday. We put down the damn fence. This is the line, 41.20. This is where we stand, the bulls and the bears. If the bulls lose here, the bears will take control of the market and crush us with their reality bites. We're basically sitting at the resistance. And why are we sitting here? It gets us to the main point, and we'll get to the super chats soon, guys. Don't worry. Microsoft, AMD, Google. Let's take a look together right now. Are you guys hyped for earnings today? Microsoft, Google, and AMD. Holy moly. Why are we at a resistance ahead of those? Why do we think? Because it's the most important. Microsoft is going to dictate what people feel about Amazon, Apple, and the others later on in the week. We've got 0.1% up, 0.04. It looks boring from the paper there. But when you go and you load up the Weebles, you load up whatever else. By the way, click the link that I've linked up there. Get free stocks if you load up the Weebles. I think you've got to put $100 in. You give me like a couple of dollars because I'm not allowed free stocks because I'm not an American citizen. But I am allowed a small profiteering amount of money when you get your free stocks, upwards of $1,600. So I don't even know how much. You'll never get the $1,600 one. Let's face it. Has anyone got the $1,600 share from Weeble? I don't know. Guys, has anyone got it? I don't think so. But you probably get some good ones. UPS 8.24%, FedEx 2.73%. We did this before. And global payments, 13.54% down. That is a bad one. Tesla sitting right on the 720 support. So we will go over that soon. Let's now get to AMD because I'm interested in AMD. AMD. What a serious, beastly breakout we have seen over the last couple of days. It is a phenomenal breakout, and someone in the Discord community, I will mention them now, but I love this. I love this extra research that people are doing. It's so cool. I say power to the people. Let me load this up. Amazon.com bestseller list, guys. Number 1, AMD. Number 2, AMD. Number 3, AMD. Where's Intel? Where are you, Intel? Hello, Intel? Where are you? Number 7. Boo, Intel's there. Boo, get out of here. Should be just number 7 AMD, number 8 AMD, number 9 AMD. That's all we want to see. But it's awesome to see that AMD are really bringing competition to Intel. I just think this is cool. Like, why wouldn't you go search this? Search AMD in Google, search bloody bestsellers on Amazon, see what's selling. I love it. It's awesome. This is so much fun to me, just going off and checking out these things, because when you see this, it's just awesome. And then you go back over to the AMD chart. We've been watching this together. I know there's a few big bulls in AMD in this channel, and I love the close, guys. I gotta say, I love the base story. I love the close. It's so cool. Go back over the daily. The support has been phenomenal for us now a few times. And this is painting the picture that the market is preempting really great earnings. It really is. Now, this is where the problem is. The market preempts really great earnings. It breaks out. That didn't work out so well for Shopify only a few months ago. So we've got 85.41. What do you guys think about AMD earnings today? Is this thing going to just absolutely smash it? I mean, next up on the resistance lines, you've got 88. 88's a little bit of a crap area. But then after that, I don't know if I care about any of these other zones. Do I care about 94? Yeah, the market didn't really care about it here, so No. Let's go with no. And next time it gets into these zones anyway, let's just go higher. Why do we need to stick in here once we've already had our pullback? It's time to crack that 100 level. Mr. Philco says smash the like. Thank you very much, Mr. Philco. Where are we at with the likes? How's the likes going? I don't even know. Let me click over here. Where's the chat? There we are. YouTube Studio. Guys, we're only at 331 likes. What's happening? Get us to 500. Come on, guys. We need 500, please. Oh, well. 86.04. This is a strong breakout. I think there's more bullish here. Obviously, earnings is the problem, but what a great base. Another beautiful pattern. There's nothing to be concerned about in any of this. The resistance has been taken out, and the market is looking great for the next move. It really is looking great for the next move. Let's have a look at Microsoft, because Microsoft's being very, very strong. And then we'll go back over to the super chats. We'll get there soon. So Microsoft, it doesn't seem to care. It's just like, hey, we're so good. The earnings is going to be totally lit. Everything's looking great. I mean, this company, it's been the Zoom killer. It's killing Zoom. And we're about to find out how much it really has killed Zoom. There was a repick, so we talked about this one on the channel. Obviously, we got super bullish FANG somewhere in this area. So we started to get really, really bullish coming into April. We were super, super bullish, and then the FANG just split out. And all these stocks did really, really well. And we moved up, and yeah, we got up here to the 261, and we're now at uncharted territory. I mean, what's going to happen? Well, whenever Microsoft comes back down to the 20 moving average, I expect people to be picking that up. So we need to know weekly 20 moving average is crazy. It's a crazy level. Is there anything else that we can take from the Microsoft point? Not really. It's just super bullish, and it's at the little bit of resistance, again, ahead of earnings for a good reason. It's even pre-market breaking out a little bit above that. Like, what's 262.04? Wow, right on it. So it's preempting great things as well. Little bit of a channel here between 255 and 262-ish. Looks good. Doesn't look amazing, like as in like it's already so bullish, so it doesn't look like as great as AMD does, preempting that earnings, but it's a good one. And then we've got our final one. So of course we've got Google. We'll just use Alphabet here to show it, and another very strong breakout, huge move up, and now we're sitting here. And we were talking about it heavily around this point. So another strong breakout into earnings. The market's really anticipating here. Very good growth. Very good growth. It looks like we've hit 500. Thank you so much, guys. Let's do a bit of a hype train before we go into the other discussion. We've got some great super chats coming through that, of course, we want to talk about all these stocks anyway, so it's going to be good. So are you ready? Who's ready for Tuesday? Who's ready for the market open? Let me just click and see if I'm feeling good. Okay, I'm seeing. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I'm feeling all right. Let's just switch on over now to the intro. Let's get it done. Remember, chuck your memes in the Discord community. If you're not already part of the Discord community, get in there. Where are you? We want to see you in there, guys. Cheers, everyone. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subs. Let's get this channel to 100,000. That is my aim. I'm live streaming every single trading day of the week. We're talking crypto, we're talking stocks, we're talking commodities. I'll talk currency. I don't care what the hell we talk about as long as it's moving. Sweet. So good, guys. Thank you very much for those memes, especially Long Leg Doge and the House Hunters one. I watched that show. I love House Hunters. I don't know why. I watch it with my wife and I'm just like, this show just makes me happy. because I just see people like buying stuff, and sometimes they buy trash, and I try to pick which one they buy, and they never pick the one that I'd buy. So does that make them bad investors? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm a crap investor. Who knows? 100k subs, you might need to stream last hour of close, says W Diggs. I can't do it, W Diggs. I live in Australia, man. It'd be like 5 p.m. in the morning. SP says stupid. What's stupid, SP? The hype? The video? You don't like it? D__J says, you wake me up, Tom. There was also a big brain comment up here that I'll just go back to. And it said Disney could be a bit of a sleeper. Let's just quickly have a look at Disney. Because you know I love Disney. And yes, Disney has been boring recently. Terrible stock recently. Having the nasty pullback in Disney. Everything looks terrible. And a lot of people don't know that Disney's still down 10%. Now, that's not that much. But in this kind of stock, it's not too bad. Now, where is it? It's sitting right around the magical support line. So if we were getting bullish on the market and we thought, oh, Disney's got more potential in it, and I think the stock's gone mental. I mean, I was so crazy bullish down here. I was making vids on it. I was talking about it. You guys know I love this and I love my iron ore and all that type of stuff. But at these points, I started to get very less, like when they started selling out their entire franchise, hey, I like that too. But yeah, look, it's on support. There's nothing wrong with being excited about Disney. If you want to get more into the participation side of things, it's going to be that 190. So when it breaks through 190, that's when you're going to see really more people start saying Disney in this chat, talk about it, etc., etc. That's the level where people get excited about it again. Right here, that no one talks about it. But yeah, that's where it is. So Micro Dragon going for the 4,700 on the S&P. We've got Gene Molnar, $4.99. Good morning, Tom. Please check out Low, L-O-W, Low's companies. Okay, coming down off what has been a very large move. Huge move to 208. So daily 20. Yeah, this was the one that was super extended. What did we say about this last time? We were following some crazed moving average. Was it the 2 hour? Yeah, I think it was the 2 hour or the 1 hour even. So again, time and time again, that candle there signified weakness in this stock and the pullback occurring. This stock shouldn't move that fast. I mean, it's basically a sugar rush. When you see that kind of growth out of this stock, of course, selling a bunch of home improvement things, and it makes sense. It's going to be doing well. 27 minutes away from the market open, by the way. So we'll start dialing in on that soon. But yeah, it makes sense that it's going to have a decline in it after that initial sugar rush. And look, 20 moving average is coming up, 196.88. I expect some bounce off that, but always put it in perspective of how far we are away from the weekly 20. Now, it held against the weekly 20. Let me go back here in the past. Wow. Went crazy through that period. When was this? Okay. I'm just seeing if it has a seasonal on it because I don't trade this stock. Wow, so it is just running at random times of the year. So started November there, started May there, started December there. Bizarre. Doesn't even care about any moving average. Let's go to the monthly. Pretty tough to know how far it's going to come back. I'm going to go back to the daily here. I'm just going to draw a fib. That's the only thing that we can look at. So if we're going into a correction period, you expect it probably to go 38.2, which is somewhere in this zone here is where I'd be expecting to pull back to. 20 moving average on the exponential is the first support zone. That's the first level we find an area. And then after that, somewhere around that 38.2, 187 would be the zone I'd be looking at. Yeah, I mean, I don't like the stock here. I don't think I'd be really bullish on it. I think there's better opportunities. It's run so heavily. What a glorious thing it's been. But in terms of like all the other quality stocks out there for good prices and even not good prices but better potential, I feel like that the great recovery, the great sugar rush is over on this stock. It's just my opinion, Gene, but yeah, good stock. You've run it. It hit that moving average. That kind of meant it was over. And I could even see it doing this and being boring for ages now. So good luck with that one. Nick M, Super Chat, $1.99. TA on CRLBF. Cresco Labs. Cool. Okay. Let's see how... No. Okay. Where's that trend line coming from? No, not even through that. Just recently. Let's go to the 4 hour. Okay. Let's have a look if I can actually price this correctly. Maybe not the best trend line. So we have to rely more on our horizontal support resistance. I was seeing if I could angle it because it is making a series of lower highs. So really this is what gets you out of the problems. And that's the significance of understanding TA. Every time it's making a new high here, they're always lower highs, which shows significant weakness in this market, guys. So this particular one's very, very weak. But once it gets through 1257, let's say it base forms here, which is support, support, support. Once it gets through that 1257, 1260 zone, that's where you start to get excited and the high quality participation up to 14 begins. So look, it's looking much better here on the 4 hour. It looks like it's formed a base. I think we've done this before for you. Everything looks better. I still want it through this zone. Just like we said probably last time. I want it through this zone. Thank you very much, Nick. Good luck. Seabass. Must be a fisherman. Seabass B. Super chat of $5. Can you check out Skills? I certainly can. Cool stock. Great recovery the other day. Look at the beautiful dailies here. How big is that percentage? Nice. Really, really strong. This is, of course, bought by, I think, ARK as well. 12. This is kind of like MVIS, except it's got even more business behind it. So you've got here the $12.61. It's just broken through the 20, completely stonked that. We watched this the other day where it was here, and we said that would be a problem zone, the 20. It got just before the 20, sold off. Now, where do we go? 24, man. 24 seems quite likely for Skills. It is going to have problems at 24. I think pull back down to here. And then if it breaks through, then we go really significantly up. So this stock could still be very exciting. What's the market cap? 8.55 billion. So at its peak, it was worth a hell of a lot more. I might have to re-look at this myself. I'm going to come back to you guys with this one. I need to know what the hell this company is doing. Because maybe we're missing... Like, I know it went crazy, but I'm also wondering whether, even though it's run quite a lot already, maybe on a pullback, this company is better than I think it is. Data processing services. I'm going to check this one out. Thank you very much, Seabass. Gavin Bat, Zar, $35. Thank you, Gavin Bat. Ever heard of Elongate? No. But I tell me more, Gavin. Tell me more about Elongate. K Kennedy has super chatted. You can message it to me in Discord if you want. K Kennedy super chatted $5. Good morning, PCT has nearly 100% short float. PCT, this was the Pure Cycle Technologies company. Oh, okay. So it's not just that you like the fact that there's double bottom, but you also think there's a squeeze potential here. Okay, K Kennedy. There we go. We bought that one up before. We did the double bottom and... yeah, really interesting stuff. Yannick Yves. Yannick Yves says, CHF $5. Thank you so much. I've got August 2021 135 calls. Unity Software 135 calls. Okay. Ooh. Could you get this in? So this is August calls, another massive play here for quite far away. Well, I think I like your 135, but one thing I wouldn't do is I wouldn't be holding them through this level. I would be like, oh, cool. As we get closer to them, I'd feel good. Great news for you is breakout has confirmed. So the base down here, we had resistance at around this 103, rejection candle, and you guys know I love seeing a bullish close to a rejection candle like this pin bar. So the pin bar's occurred, it's rejected, it's bullish closed. I'd love to see follow-on effect. Get through the 50, Series of higher lows. Little bit of extra money coming in here over that session. So you can see yesterday there was a little bit more bullish volume. You still have a problem at around 110, but once you're through 110, it seems likely big participation phase and you can get back into the next level. So yeah, it looks really, really good there. No worries on that one. Messiah, Dragon, Tom, $10. Ron, Tom, AR, please. Yep, sure, we'll do that. So this looks fine, that U one. AR. Yep, base formation seems to be in. Going to test, getting a daily close above 956. Pre-market on resistance. Let's go to the 2 hour here. I like the 2 hour probably for this chart. Okay, let's check the 4 hour. Now, I'm doing these checks to see where the closures are, okay? Because I wanted to dial in here and see these closures. So see how the 4 hour close is right here at 967. So then we can click that button and get, and then it doesn't matter what this is. Could be AMC, could be GME, could be whatever. Tesla, it doesn't matter. Go to the 2 hour. See how the 2 hours slightly off? So I have to make a decision, or you would have to make a decision. Which time frame are you going to pick for a closure above? I would always go with daily, ideally, and then 4 hour as the second kind of guess. So yeah, I would love to see a 4 hour closure above this point. Then you can take the trend line distance here. You can extrapolate that distance out and you could say, does it proof? And it certainly does proof to 1050. So as soon as you get a closure above this point, you go to 1050 is the likely technical move. And because it's the likely technical move, it's what you want to be looking for. So yep, pretty nice, great base formation. Love to see a break above here, which seems more likely. Go to the weekly chart as well, see if there's any buy weeks. Beautiful weekly movement here. Love to see just a weekly close bullish because it's all been bearish the last 3 weeks. So I'd love to see a bullish close. Good luck on that. And once it gets through that zone, you're probably looking at, wow, I mean, you could be looking all the way to like 16. Good luck, sir. Eka Aurora, Singapore, $2. TA on ZS. Okay, we'll do this quickly. Z scalar, I assume. Not soybean futures. Looks good. Really good. I follow this one myself, so I like it a lot. I like everything that it did recently. Oop, I don't want a ray. What the hell is a ray doing here? So I really like most things here. Base formation, like many of these hyper stonks, they all fell off really, really hard. Then it had a confirmation close. Pullback occurred. Went a little bit lower during that 1 day, but then it quickly snapped that. I expect a new high here and further movement on. Earnings coming. Now, when's earnings? June, so quite far away. It will move with the market, but this is the correct formation for further bullish strength. So thank you for that, and it does look good. Britusu, a bit of coiling. Yeah, it's coiling. It's just that the breakout's happening there. Britusu, $5. Thoughts on OSTK Overstock? All right, just trying to catch up here. OSTK, overstock.com. Nice trend line. Constantly holding. Series of higher lows at least. You know 80 is your kryptonite. So you've got $80 as your kryptonite. Looking for a close. Don't worry about getting past these wicks. It's more about getting a closure on the daily above. Most things looking good. Let's go to the 4 hour. Okay, 4 hour, 2 hour. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's kind of said, okay, we've got some resistance. We've broken above. We've gone a little bit higher. We've come down. I would like to see bullish pressure now. Now, if you get underneath this trend line, bad things will happen. So you do not want to get underneath this trend line. Chuck that one on your chart and keep looking at it. This zone, you really want to see it start to break out and up. Yeah, it's hard to say anything else other than that because that's all you've got from the TA. Not my favorite, but certainly holding the line for now. And that's the line that you want to be checking out there on the daily. Good luck, sir. And I wish you all the best. And then we've got MG coming in with Australian $5. Hey, Tom, can you take a look at natural gas? It's touching the highs from March. Do you think it could break through and head to... It better damn well break through and get to $3. Natural gas has to be the most hated thing. Look how hated this is. Once I go a weekly, you'll see. It's horrible. Look, it's horrible. Natural gas had spikes to $14 during these, was it 05, 08 areas. Then it ran up. It didn't even run with commodities really. So that's why I'm not that bullish on it, because it ran into December of 09 and then it really dialed off. So let's go down to the smaller time frames. Great natural gas movement here. $3 is your problem level. Things are making sense for you to make past $3. You've got a series of higher lows. Pretty nasty looking chart. Double bottom pattern, which happened recently, which I know you were following. What'd you ask? Can it make through $3 highs? Yeah, I think so. It wouldn't be going back up here without trying to get through the $3 again. You've got one touch here, two touches, a test of it straight away at the 3, and then you've had a double bottom pattern showing that like the market wants the next zone. It wants to go to the next zone, and that's where we're going to be, kind of moving off into. Yeah. I think $3 is quite likely to be broken here. MG, good luck. Nick M, Super Chat at $1.99. Could you take a look at Zoom? Could you zoom out on CRLBF and give me opinion? CRLBF. So we're going back to Cresco. When you say zoom out, what do you want me to do? Have a look over here. I mean, I don't really have because it's gone down in the pre. Because it's gone down so much in the pre. Is that what you're worried about? It's down 8.33% in the pre. It's not good. Yeah, that's not good. I see what you mean. I didn't see the pre before. I was just talking about that bullish side. Yeah, if it doesn't hold 11, that's so bad for you. It has to hold this 11.20. Pre doesn't mean much because remember it was bought up last time. It wicked down and bought up. Still weakness in this market. I don't know. I mean, I'd always wait for the close on this because it needs to show the close. Like otherwise you're selling sometimes. You're selling $9 because you're panicking, but you don't have close confirmation. But I would say underneath this 11.20 would be really bad. So watch the day. You're going to have to watch the daily close like a hawk. Underneath that zone is not good. Unfortunately, Nick M, I do see what you're saying. The pre-market looks pretty bad. Let's now start to dial in here. 1 second. Let me just quickly get rid of Teams. See, I'm using Teams, guys. I'm supporting Microsoft today. So we've done our Microsoft. We've done our AMD. We've done our Google. And we know that Google and Microsoft are insane. We also know the AMD chart, guys, looks phenomenal in terms of breakout. Let's hope the fundamentals. Like, if I didn't know anything about anything and I was looking at this chart, I would be like, whoa, that looks really good. If I didn't know earnings were coming, you would be like, damn, that looks like a sick chart for AMD. So can the market expectations, we saw on the Amazon that it's all over, but the market knows this. The laptops are selling. I spoke to my friend in servers today. He said that AMD are getting a larger foothold in servers, at least what he's seeing in the industry. So it's super interesting stuff. And I do think it's going quite well here. Let's now take a look at the pre-market coming in. What have we got going on? Big greens, UPS, FedEx, running off probably UPS news. Then we've got American Tower, HubSpot, some new ones coming through here. Amazon, split, potential split. Everyone bullish on that kind of concept. Look, I thought Amazon was a candidate for a long time because of its price. I think splits have way less impact than they used to. Remember, people can buy portions of shares now, but still, yes, it would be beneficial for Amazon and Google to split their shares. There's no doubt that having a $3,400 American share is a bit dumb. Not everyone's Warren Buffett with $140,000 or $200,000 shares. So, that's not, you don't have to be like that. You don't have to have that kind of investor. Will Wall Street care? No, it's more for the retail investors. You'll see CrowdStrike also in the green. Lululemon, great technical. Check out some of our previous sessions to find out more about that. Tesla struggling with the 720. So we'll have to watch that one into the open because 720 is the big support. It seems to be kind of like not making Wall Street happy with that report, but oh well, we'll have to see how the 720 holds today. I think could be okay. 700 is the next support. So if it gets under 720, holds like an hour, unfortunately it could go down to the 700. Let's check out this other point here. What is going on? Oxygen is down 6.64. It's only red, and all the greens are GameStop 9.74%, Molecular Data, Afria, Tilray, of course, marijuana stocks coming back up with GameStop and AMC running. People are feeling good again in the world of the markets. Michael, JPY 500 yen. So 500 yen. Evening, Tom. Could you have a look at Amazon if you already then did Twitter? Okay, so let's have a look at Amazon first because we're just talking about it. AMZN right into resistance. This was the line that we were targeting. A little bit of a pullback came off that line. This is what we drew up a little while ago. We targeted this zone for our resistance after the break here, which was great. So that was our break candle, that one there. We saw a new break close. And this is the difference between being a crazy trader and being someone that just takes what's traditionally a break. That, in my opinion, is the breakout. Now, I know that doesn't look like a breakout for everyone, and it can cause fake outs. Less likely to do so, though, in the bullish side of things. When this candle happened, what did it tell us? It told us every other daily candle had been broken out against. It also slammed through all the moving averages, which is the more important thing, in my opinion. It's on the daily. That led to monster gains, which led to a pullback, which now leads to at resistance ahead of earnings. So what's important about Amazon is when we go to the weekly chart, because what is this? It is a giant channel, a giant channel. I repeat that. Look at the giant channel. Oh my God, I already had it drawn. I'm a soothsayer. The giant channel is already drawn from another day. So yeah, this is phenomenal channel. We've seen upgrades recently upwards of 4,000 plus on Amazon. We've seen crazy hype, and I believe there's hype here. I was doing some stats into how many people in America, let alone the rest of the world, are still barely buying online. There's actually still a lot of people barely buying online. It's crazy. I can't believe it. I can't believe they did that. It was nuts, but yeah, it's that's my thought process. Strong earnings will create participation into the next area, so we'll be watching that one like a hawk. Don't worry, we'll have to look at Microsoft. I said it was a big day for a reason, and that's because of that Microsoft stuff. And then we've got Twitter as well, Jack Dorsey's other company. I am less loving Twitter. I don't like this stock. I don't mind, I like Square and stuff, but Twitter's never been, it's always been like a pumpy dumpy kind of concept. It's had great runs on it, followed by great sell-offs. Over here, everyone in the chat, you couldn't stop telling me about how great it was. And then it's come back down into here. Look, it's okay. I'm sure it has a good earnings, but it's super convoluted TA-wise. Like, what can we say about this? It's meta resistance at 72. It seems to sell off that. It's not looking strong either way. Maybe you could think, okay, inverse head and shoulders action if it comes back up and breaks through. And I think if it breaks through here again, it goes to a new all-time high. But I'm not in love with that chart. And I can't really say much more about it, Michael. Nothing here excites me. Looks a bit boring. We'll do this last one here. Richard Rishing and super chat $2. Hey Tom, will mRNA, so this is Moderna break out 185 soon? 185 soon? Yeah, I mean, it looks really good on the charts. You know I love healthcare. I'm a big fan of the healthcare companies at the moment. There's no reason to say it won't. I think we're going into a strong time for cycle rotation. The bottom was in. This bottom was predicting a breakout, which was proofing a new high, which was like a 193. So yeah, I think you're going to continue to see strength here out of Moderna. Looks good. Plus, they seem to be kind of like, I saw some people that got the jabs and they were coming back. Supposedly, it's quite painful, but yeah, they seem to not be getting into trouble like AstraZeneca is. All right, let's go back over to the chats here. We've got Neo coming in was a request, so I'll do that. One swap, WASP, according to Easton Eric. This is a crypto. Lots of fire signs. A new, better Uniswap must research. All right, I'll put it down. So we've got what? So it's actually called WASP coin. One swap. 52 million. All right, let's have a look at this thing. How old is this? March 5th came in, was worth 10 cents. Now worth 25 cents. It's got a picture of a bee. I don't know what this is, guys. So don't do your own research on it. But I like, there's a little picture of a bee. Little wasp. This could be completely madness. What is this? Oh my goodness. One swap. All right, dude. We put it there. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know what the hell that is. Neo looking still fantastical. Great chart still. See, yesterday, another bullish day. We suddenly got good feelings on Neo a few days ago. And it's been fantastical. Let's go towards 46. Nothing wrong with the Neo. 46, 50, 55. Nothing changes. We got through the nasty lower highs. All the nasty lower highs got broken out. And then we got bullish. That's the day we got bullish. 20 moving average taken out with a bullish close. It all was good. 3 minutes here. You guys know what time it is. I know I've been going through everything recently. But yeah, we've got to get down and dirty with the charts now. So we're going to put Tesla on the charts because we always do. I'll put it on the 5-minute chart. Guys, vote now. What do you want to see on the other two screens? So we'll have the S&P 500 on the open because I think that's actually my most interesting chart here. I want to see how it interacts with these zones. What do you want? Vote now. Just chuck it in the chat and we'll see who picks up on which one. BNB looking good. Old Airbnb looking better. What's Airbnb trading at? 0.7. Yeah. Airbnb. This stock seriously annoys me. Where is BNB? What the hell? Is this a coin? Oh, BNB. See? I always catch that. I've got Airbnb on the mind. Yeah, this is looking really good. You are correct. It's looking like it wants to go to 600, and then it wants to probably crack 600 as well. It wants to crack 600. Yeah, AMD is a great pick. MVIS, AMD. Oh, they're all good, guys. They're all good. Oh, my God. 1 minute to go. Okay, we'll go with... looks like AMD is definitely on there. BNB did look good. Oop, wrong one. AMD. I did want that one. Got AMB, and we'll go MVIS because that seems to be the other one, Microvision. Okay, so we've got Microvision set up. We expect some... Oh, it's gone back up again. 28 resistance being tested. So it went even higher, it looks like, in the aftermarket. My God, I can't believe it went that high. Here we go. 2 seconds or 3 seconds till the market opens. Here we go, guys. We are open. Tesla opens at 716 underneath 720. Let's see if buyers come in immediately for that, which they do. Hit it up to the 720. Harry's at work. MVIS opens at 27 with the aftermarket trade being where really the bullish and big bullish movements occurred. I think that's the important thing to factor in here. It's not real market action that got it there. And it's all about what really happens in the real market over the fake market, which is the pre-market and aftermarket opens and closes. AMD comes in pretty strong, 85.85, up 0.45. Got BTC still hovering around the 55 problem zone. US 500, 41.90. Let's scroll down through these. GME opens at a 180, so it's still got work to do to go towards 200. AMC still got work to do to go towards $12. And then PLTR, what did that close at yesterday? Wait a second. I didn't do Palantir today. Let me have a look at Palantir. Oh my God. Palantir managed to actually get barely above $24. I love that. I love that. Well done, Palantir. Well done. So this is really starting to form great base. I still want it through the 50 because I don't trust this damn Palantir. Let's see if we can get through there. Tesla 716. Let's go to the rest of the market. What's happening here? Square, TDoc, all of those hyper stonks. Airbnb, barely up, but still up. A little bit more rotation coming into those. I mean, Net in particular and CrowdStrike have been really great for us in the chat. Might check out CRISPR soon as well. GameStop 6.58 to 7% up. Let's go to the negative side. Ocugen, Nokia, blah, blah, blah. All the way. Tilray now down a little. Let's go to these. See how the pre-earnings has held up. UPS up 9 still. Square coming through with the 1%. It's priming 1.38. And 3M, the earnings was bad. Obviously, the earnings call was bad. We didn't see it. But 4.19%. Tesla, 3% down at a 716. Ecolab, Lilly, Biotech, etc. What's the CRISPR doing? US 500 bit boring on the start. And MVIS not holding up at this stage, 1.13. I think that went into excess phase. This is what I would call excess phase. It hit the resistance and it goes a little bit too high. AMC, GME, there's the lines we have for GME. If it does continue to come down, expect 173 for buying pressure. I'm sure Siddharth is looking at that zone. 173 has been very good to us on that. AMC dealing with the 12er. So the 12 is the area. And then once you get past 12, it's usually been a very steep, good gain here up to the 14. At least technically, let's have a look at CRISPR. Oh, yes. That's been a good couple of days on CRISPR. So I mentioned this in the room this week, was one I was looking at. And I'm still looking at it even more. Well, I've been excited about it. But with CRISPR, I was also excited about it getting through this zone. I think yesterday it kind of proved to me that it wants to get to the next level. In fact, a lot of these biotech healthcare companies want to get through. This is the way I'm looking at it. I've got crazy trend line, which is something I've been looking at. We had a little bit of a breakout here, which led to the bullish action that we've seen so far this week. And we've got lots of participation into the 150. So it's a really, really cool kind of thing. It's a really cool thing. Gareth Evans, super chatted $2. Have a peek at TSMC. They're down 20%. Yeah, I was aware of that. Taiwan Semiconductors not doing well. Isn't it TSM? Isn't it? I think that's the code that I use. So this is TSM. It's down quite a lot. 15% at this stage. These were the zones that we had originally. So we had that kind of buyish area. It's broken through. It's been all over the place. Weekly. Oh, weekly looks good. That's a great pin bar. Great follow on. Yeah, I think this looks bullish. I mean, you can't really go wrong with semiconductors over the longer term. You know, I love the semiconductor index. So, yeah, I think that's pretty strong. I think semiconductors are going to be in everything. And this is starting to really move towards that 140. Remember, when you close above this peak, you've got to have your trough, your peak, your higher trough, and your higher peak kind of concept. So that'll be very, very strong for it as well. Thank you very much, Gareth. Looks all right. Bradley back, super chat $2. Hoping for a strong close above the 50 today on PLTR. You and me both. That's the aim. You want that daily 50 to get smacked. Get above. Get up, Skeeter. That's what they need to say. Get up above this. Move on to the next area. Mike D said in crisp at 111, smiley face. Laurie says go AMC. Go AMC, she says. MVIS still struggling. See, it's not finding a buying pressure at this stage. AMC probably the most interesting of the two because it's having a go at that 12 barrier. Which you can see it just closed above on the 5-minute. Add MVIS, J-Rock, you good ape, says Darth Sidious. John I says, yes, it's TSM. Yeah, we got that one. Tom, let's take a look at Square. All right, let's have a look at Square for you. Oh, yeah, that Binance coin's a beast. Never owned the Binance coin. It was the one I was going to buy during 18-19, though. I was very much like, oh, well, this one's going to be the best hold. Because it's going to grow. It's kind of like coin. Like, it's going to grow even if the market's bad, as long as the volume and the leverage and the expansion of the trade continues. And that's what did happen there. And plus, Binance added a whole bunch of extra additionals. Square is looking good. So, I like a few things about this chart. Number one, it snapped this nasty thing, which is a weak-looking rejection candle. And you know I love a snap off of that. So especially a bullish day here today will be really, really great. I'd love to see bullish pressure, nice close here for Square, and then we can push back up to that next level, which is up around the 274, 275. It also pulled back to the previous resistance over here. And yeah, I mean, it's above these highs. It's above the 250. So everything's looking good here. Yeah, looks all right. Not the best chart I've ever seen in the world, but a nice green bullish weekly will do us all sorts of benefits here. Majek says they released the bots on AMC. Let's have a look. You mean because it sold off? Little nasty ladders going through. Yeah. Elon Musk said they sold 272 million to show liquidity on his balance sheet. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not sure, but all right. Barber looking oversold. Barber's kind of scary. Yeah, Barber, from all technicals, BABA, I'll just show you Barber. From all technicals, Barber should have been going stronger. You know, you look at this and you go daily closure above 243, deal with the government. I'm actually relatively bullish on Barber, but another one, a whole market in China and Asia is not doing well. I mean, look at JD. JD goes from being the darling child to getting absolutely stomped, and it just went down and hit 72. Oh, I like JD. I like this company. 32% decline. It's pretty serious stuff, and it's through a lot of these markets. So yeah, we might get back onto this one and think about it together as a team, but it's going to need to do this. It's going to need to prove to me and prove to us that it's ready to get back in business, because it's not back in business right now. It's back in failure land for JD.com. All right, well, I think we've pretty much caught up here. Thank you so much, as always, guys, for joining us for Pre-Market Open Tuesday. I am super pumped for the earnings. Google, Microsoft, and of course AMD throughout today. How's AMD going into the end here? Oh, look at it go. They love it. They love the breakout. Wall Street is having a party, and it's going to this next level of resistance, but I don't care about that. AMD, we saw the Amazon bestsellers, smoking Intel. Intel doesn't know what's going on. They're down here. Number 100, they've got number 50, whatever. But AMD taking out number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No one's coming close. And look, AMD's not even selling crapper. They're selling good, nice, expensive ones. 5800, 5900 would be selling even better. I've got this one coming for the stream, guys. I bought this processor for AMD, okay? I had the 5800. I bought it. I got rid of it. I said it's not good enough for the stream. You guys deserve more. So I got the other one. And I really need more memory, because I'm bursting memory. Look at that. 84% memory, and we're not even doing anything right now. So I'm getting some more of that. If you stream and you stream trading, get more memory. That's my number one tip. All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for another stream. Thank you so much for joining us. And I am pumped to see these earnings. We are going to have a cracker of a week. It's going to be great. And we'll look through it. Luke wants me to do gold to finish up. Let's have a look at gold. 1780. I don't know what do we want to say about gold. Gold's fine. It's fine. You mean because it should be going bullish closure up here? Well, look, we got our close at 1783. It's not quite like a glorious breakout, but does get through the 20 moving average. It looks fine, man. It looks bullish still at this stage. Dollar index has to come through with a new low. Of course, that buying up here is not ideal. And yeah, once you get through 1783, little closure. Watch the next 20 minutes. Let's see if we can get above there. That would be very, very happy. You can go 1790. 1800 plus. So gold looks okay. It's not glorious, but it does look much more bullish than bearish at this point. GME getting close to 190. Yeah, I see it. 184. Did it go to 173 then? No. 178 was the low. All right. Good luck, everybody. 199, 200 for GME. 173 support. 120 underneath that. And I think it's probably like a 226 at least initially, but then really GME could be on super rocket fueled power past 200. Good luck. Make as much money as you can, but of course do it in a safer way as possible. Bye for now. WDigs, you need a desktop. Do not trade on your laptop. And if you trade on your phone, I want you to throw your phone at the window and get the desktop, okay? Desktop needs to happen. Because if you trade on your phone, you make bad impulse mistakes. I should know. I'm one of them. I've done it, guys. Phones are bad. I've trained a lot of people, and everyone that trades on phones makes really crappy, poor decisions. Do you guys agree?